It's the most skin drying time of the year. Welcome back, everybody. I said I'm doing a video right now for you when I literally just spent 15 minutes trying to pull out the largest cat hair I've ever tried to pull out of my own eye, right after using several moisturizing products on my hands. So if I look like I'm dying of some sort of weird eye disease, that would be why. It's because I was poking myself in the eye with various product. It is gone. The cat is here. He's not Sabu content. Come on. You probably guessed from my poorly sung intro, I'm going to talk to you about things that will keep your hands from cracking and bleeding during this time of year, which is an important consideration for many people. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that if you're a lumberjack, a fisherman or a fisher person, if you are a farmer, if you are a surgeon, if you are someone who works in daycare, because there's a lot of hand washing. Ooh, look at this. Look what I have. I have a Sabu. There's a lot of hand washing involved if you're a vet tech or a veterinarian or a daycare person or an elementary school teacher, special ed teacher. You know what it's like. The struggle is real. Come on, bub. Maybe he'll stay. Maybe he will yeet himself out of here. Bounce, whatever people are saying. So, several of my girlfriends have been complaining of dry skin, of cracked, bleeding hands, and normally in January, toward February of any year of any city I would ever live in my life, I would be making the same complaint, and I'm not making it this year. And it dawned on me, okay, so Stacia, Soiree by Stacia, yeah, YouTube, I'll link her in the comments again. And she cooks, she bakes, so she's washing her hands a lot. Yeah, absolutely. With the hot water that we need to like defrost our hands because it's so cold, with the fact that we're baking and using butter and fats more often, cold and flu season, COVID, all the things. We're washing our hands a lot, which is great, but it does lead to some cracked and dry hands, maybe even some bleeding. And that's plagued me my whole life since I was like 10 years old. I'm a frequent hand washer, so I know that. I actually used to have a bit of a psychiatric problem with, just a little disclosure there, with obsessive compulsive hand washing that I managed to overcome therapy, but I still am a very clean hand person, but just in a way that doesn't lead to, you know, bleeding and infection and the things that are they're not good for you. So maybe we'll talk about that another day, but I've been cured of that for probably 20 years now, so we're good. Let's talk about instead how to get non-cracked hands. I mean, they were kind of red and raw right now because I've been doing a lot of stuff today, but how to prevent yourself from getting within reason, right? Because not all of us have the luxury of working indoors and stuff like that. Dry cracked hands during January, how I managed to avoid that completely so far. Knock on wood. This is an IKEA table, so it's plywood. Anyhow, let's start with, ooh, I kind of want to save my secret weapon for last, because then you'll watch longer and you'll be subjected to more terrible jokes and possibly worse singing. This is what I've used. I've shown you this before. This is, oh, by the way, every single one of these products is between $20 and $25 and will last you more than a month. Far longer than a month, actually, depending on what it is that we're talking about. Granted, of course, I use all of them, so if I was using just one every single day, I'd probably get through them faster. But that's not the case here. This is what this is. So this is the Hemp's Pumpkin Spice and Vanilla Chai Herbal Body Moisturizer, which I use on my hands because, and sometimes my body, but usually I fill a littler bottle and take it to work. So I think I mentioned in my first video about this, which was 2 videos ago, if you don't count the cat shorts. As I mentioned to you before, the scent of this is pretty overpowering. It's a lot, and people love it. Everywhere I go, men, women, people who identify as various other things, they love this. They smell it when they come into the office, they smell it in my house, and they're like, wow, what's that? Or, hey, what are you wearing? That's gorgeous. It's this. People love it. It makes them happy. Do you like making people happy? Use this. It's also a pretty good lotion. I'm going to put some on right now because, as you can see, my hands are fairly dry and miserable right now. So it's good. It's not terribly thick. It's light. It absorbs very quickly. We always get our elbows because that's a thing. You don't want your elbows to crack and dry. So there. Don't get this in your eyes. I mean, it should go without saying, but I need to remind myself of things that normal adults know. Don't put lotion in your eye. I forgot to introduce Squashy Pikachu Pillow again. Squashy Pikachu Pillow is your friend. Squashy Pikachu Pillow is squashy because this pillow props up my elbow usually when I'm watching TV. So if you want bigger guns because your hands are super dry, then who doesn't love the Body Shop? Everybody loves the Body Shop, or they hate it with a seething passion for some bougie reason. I don't know. But anyway, this is the British Rose Body Butter. Everyone knows Body Butter from the Body Shop. They kind of were the OG body butter people. There's probably someone who did it before them, but this is kind of like if you were a teenager in the late 80s, early 90s, you got a gift basket for Christmas with body butter in it. So you know what this is. See, I've used quite a bit. It's very smooth. It's great for cracked heels if you have a problem with that, and you slather some on after a shower or bath, put on some socks, wake up with less crack. It depends on how badly cracked your heels are. If they're cracked enough where you're bleeding, please go see somebody because you might get an infection. But anyway, so that's another great product. Now, I want to shout out my cousin Kenesha from church because for Christmas, she gave us all these gift bags from Orly. She works for Orly. You can go to orly.com, orlybeauty.com, sorry, and get any of this stuff. And I'm also going to put links to specific things in the description, so make sure you check that out if you like or you're intrigued by anything that I've mentioned. So she's given me a couple of big gun products. So this, actually this is, okay, let me start with the actual Orly thing. So Orly Cuticle Therapy Cream, Orly Cuticle Therapy Cream, there you go. So good. I don't have cuticles because I wash my hands too much and I'm crazy. And if I get any, this is Orly nail polish. Actually, what Orly nail polish is this? I gotta read, so I gotta take my glasses off. Artist's Garden. My nails are in Artist's Garden. This polish reads, hang on, let me show you. I should show you things so that you can see them, not so I can just see them. This polish reads weirdly well on Zoom. I've gotten more compliments from people I've been in Zoom meetings with. People who spend like hundreds of dollars on professional manicures, I did this myself, are like, wow, your nails are so great. Okay, so that's the polish. This is the cuticle cream, and I haven't used it a lot, as you can probably tell if you're, Zooming in or whatever weirdo obsessive thing you're doing right now. But you're not weird, just people. I feel like people who care about cuticles, so like strangers' cuticles, and they're not nail artists or nail techs or dermatologists, like maybe that's a little strange that you care about that, but bless your heart, bless your cotton socks, bless everything about you. You pay attention to details. It's great. You just dab a little on here. I do this thing, I do this thing. It sinks in. I go to bed feeling like when I wake up, they're not gonna be dry and peeling off. I'm not gonna get hangnails, and I haven't had a hangnail since I've been using this, which for me is weird. So it's obviously doing something. The other thing that she gave, which is such a treat, is this. I hope this reads on camera. Can you tell I'm completely blind and you? Well, okay, the problem is I'm farsighted. So to read, I kind of have to go like this. And to drive and do the world, I have to go like this. I have to have glasses on. But I also haven't had new glasses for almost 6 years. So I need to go get my eyes looked at again. That would be ideal. Okay, so Citrus Cardamom Moisture Balm. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna put the link in the thing. The thing being the description, because I'm super professional up here. It's by Spiritual. Oh, sorry. I'm very stupid, and I thankfully know that, and I have a smart part of me that takes over after the stupid part gets her say. And I now realize it is Spa Ritual. Body care. Not spiritual. They're very spiritual people over there. I don't know what that accent is. It's like part Yorkshire, part Newfie, part Southern. I don't know what that was. That was bad. That was a bad read. Very bad read. If I were doing a professional video with professionals, they would make me do several more takes, but I'm gonna leave that in because I'm not a professional. Big guns, because check it. It's cardamom. It smells very honey-y. I used to have a honey balm like way back in the 90s, probably from Body Shop, or one of Body Shop's equivalents at the time that I would use. And it's, this is deep moisture. This is if you're starting to cracky crack over there. Good times. All right. But I feel like, and I discovered this completely by accident because of my, I don't want to say obsession. I haven't become like a jerk about, like, there's like several levels to being environmentally aware, conscious, and friendly, right? And I think they're all good. We should all be environmentally conscious, aware, and friendly. There's those of us who grew up in the 80s and kind of know like littering is bad and give a hoot, don't pollute, that generation of us, like, so we were like, oh, people who throw trash out of their cars on the freeway, they're gross, hang them. Well, they don't. But I mean, you know, like we're programmed to just, they're the worst, they're destroying nature. And then we have the level of like millennials who are like, we're killing the planet, it's gonna die any minute. I watched the Al Gore thing, that some of it didn't happen yet, but it may, you know, like there's that, right? And then there's people who are like, we're literally right at this moment, we have fentanyl patches around Mother Earth's heart and we're just killing her right now. And the fact that we're alive, we should be ashamed. Like that level of person, if they see that there's a Keurig in the office, they write like a 1-star review on Yelp and they're like, these people hate the earth and they should die and they should go out of business, and why? Because they saw like one Keurig cup. They don't even know like what the recycling policy of that office is. They have no idea. They just have made an assumption because that's what people who are, they view the entire world through one lens. They just kind of assume things sometimes. And we all do that. We all have our thing that we walk into a place and we see it and it makes us insane with rage and then we'll never go there again. I have my things too. I'm sure I could mention a few of them. I'm not going to bore you to death right now, but I'm so digressing. You're going to hear that a lot from this channel, by the way. I'm so digressing, or I'm sorry to digress. I'm never sorry to, I do that. I'm at the age now, but I can't even blame my age. I've been doing this since I was verbal, which was like 9 months apparently. Digressing, I'd be like, mama, 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 da 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 da. You know, I'm sure I was that baby. I've kind of fallen into the, and if I have found a way to minimize, reduce, get rid of a certain kind of waste, I'm into it, right? So I as we've established, I love washing my hands. I have hand soap everywhere because you should. I mean, that sounds like a judgment. It is. If you have a sink, there should be a hand soap of some kind there for people to use because you need to wash your hands when you're at a sink. That's just a given. You don't know what you've been touching before when you were working at that sink, no matter what the sink was, your laundry sink, your kitchen sink, your bathroom sink. For sure you need it at your bathroom sink, but it leads to a lot of little plastic bottles. And they're not like the good biodegradable kind little plastic bottles, right? Or you have those goofy refillable kind of like, I got it from Target for $8, Laura Ashley, like what, you know, like not Wayfair, but you know what I mean? Like I don't want to throw these things away, change them out every season, whatever. I just kind of keep reusing the same Mrs. Meyer's bottles that I got like a year ago and just cleaning them out and then refilling them. I'm not refilling them with Mrs. Meyer's. Sorry, I love Mrs. Meyer's, but I'm not refilling them with that because I happen to be looking for, I wanted a soap that wasn't going to dry out my hands, and I wanted it to come in a less offensively plastic container when it came to me. And so through the magic of Amazon, I found this guy. He's very heavy because I just got him new. I'm now subscribed to this. This is how much I love this. I am now subscribed to soap. I've reached that level of middle-aged woman where I'm subscribed to a soap. But here you go. Now I want you to be able to see what it is. It is, oh gosh, Soapbox Coconut Milk and Sandalwood, my favorite liquid hand soap refill. Deep moisture. Deep moisture. I don't know if you ever watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, but you'll be laughing hilariously and hysterically if you have. You'll be like, that's a deep cut. Good for her, being such a total and complete giant nerd in high school and college. But yeah, so this. And this lasted me 3 months, refilling all my little Mrs. Myers's. I have 2 bathrooms. I use one of them pretty much exclusively because the other one's a guest bath. So this is in all the places. It's exactly what it says, coconut milk and sandalwood. And this soap, I fully credit, because I'm a huge lotion user too, but it puts the lotion on his skin or else it's gonna bleed again. That's me. I live in my own well, in my own basement of my own soul. I hope you've seen Silence of the Lambs, or that was even more psychotic than it sounded. It sounded pretty psychotic even if you do know Silence of the Lambs, so welcome to my channel. So good. It smells lovely. It's not a strong scent. It is a non-offensive unisex scent. So if you're married or you have teenage sons, they're not gonna, Mom, or oh my God, honey, or babe, this soap is lame. I smell like a girl all day. And the guys are like, why do you smell like Marigold Sunset, bro? You know, like, you're not gonna have that problem because it's a unisex scent. Very soft, kind of elegant. And it won't strip your hands of its precious vital oils. And I mean, it will, I mean, obviously you're still gonna wanna put some moisturizer on, but it doesn't do it like immediately like some soaps do. Every soap is drying, but this is not so bad. And it rinses off very quickly like a Castile soap. It's paraben free, according to the package that I just showed you a gazillion times. So hopefully you got that part. If you care about parabens, which many do. Huge fan. So much that I have now subscribed to it and I will be receiving it regularly. Which is not as shameful as when I subscribed to a vegan pork rind that I became obsessed with and then realized gave me stomach aches. So I have stopped subscribing to it and stopped eating it and trying to be healthier and all that other fun stuff. My secrets for not having horrendously dry skin this time of year on your hands. I don't have anything terribly profound to say to you this time. I'm very tired. It's been a very tiring weekend. Sabu, do you want to come say goodbye? Do you want to say goodbye, or he's just showing me his butt? Come on. Come on, say goodbye to people. Come on, buddy. The heck with that. So things you need to check out, they're going to go into all the links are going to be in the description. And generally speaking, just check out orlybeauty.com. That's who my cousin Kenesha works for. And this is just such a great product, such a fan. All the stuff I've showed you, I'm a huge fan of. I don't show you things that I don't like, unless I'm telling you why I don't like it and maybe you'll like it. In fact, I know I complained about the Honest Hydrogel cream last time, but I kind of liked what it did for my eyes. So maybe I'm gonna see if there's an Honest Hydrogel eye cream and try that out and tell you about it. Cause I feel like my eyelids are not the same. Can you hear that? He won't come to me, but he's complaining. Sabu, why don't you come say hello? That's my sign to go. It's not even time for you to have little soups yet. Reminder, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just showing you things that I like. So please don't feel like, oh, well, maybe one day I'll be sponsored by somebody. How cool would that be? But I'm not being sponsored by, I'm not seeking a sponsor. I'm just like this. I genuinely like this product. This is what I've used. This is what I'm into. Check it out. Maybe you have a favorite hand product that you want to tell me about. Sabu doesn't want, oh, he wants to go outside and eat his cat grass. I got him a pot of cat grass and he's now bumping his head against the curtains that go to the balcony. Sabu, like, literally give me like 2 minutes. Come here. Even though the smell of this is too strong for me, everybody else loves it. So who cares? It's making them happy, so it makes me happy. And hopefully you have been happy to watch this and not just mortified. And if you were happy, then go ahead and like and subscribe and you'll see some more content from me and Sabu, who has now gone weirdly quiet, which is worrying. Okay, I will see you. Bye.